today's topic, forgiveness. One word, but when most people hear this word, you will hear that big sigh sound. Something that's heavy, or something that's really serious, something that needs to be well assessed or thought of, something that's just not easily given up. The easiest word for some to ask, like it's okay, just forgive, but just not easily given. How do we understand forgiveness further? And will it help us? How we will even benefit from it? Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to another episode of The Awakened Soul. Thank you once again for tuning in. This is Tin, your woman in mission. I'm a wife, a mom of 2 boys, a woman in business, and an awakened soul with a mission to provide a supportive platform for individuals navigating life's challenges, seeking abundance and purpose. This is more than just a podcast. Here at Awakened Soul, there's no judgment, only a safe space for authentic expression and genuine connection. Thank you once again for tuning in, and I'm saying hello because surprisingly, I have listeners not only from my beloved country, Philippines, of course, but I have listeners tuning in across the globe. Well, when I was starting, I knew I had listeners from the United States and Canada, but lately I'm also seeing stats from Brazil, Bosnia, and the most recent from the UK. So, wow, just wow. Thank you. I wish to connect with you all, and thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And if you can also give me some feedback, like, you guys, any kind of feedback, I would be very, very open to it. So just let me know and connect to me. But anyway, if you listen to my episode about pain, that was the previous episode before this, you probably knew already about today's topic. Well, the only 2 topic that is not part of my list really, but here I am inserting these topics timely but not so well prepared actually, just for this Lent season. And if you're curious as to why, well, probably it gives me enough reason for you to find out just by listening to episode 4 about pain. And there, so just to tune you guys back in here, let's talk about today's episode, and this topic is actually about forgiveness. How many of you needs forgiveness? And how many of you cannot forgive just yet? Probably you cannot forgive yourself or someone dear to you, or it could be anybody who could have wronged you. How many of you thinking of forgiving someone, but you just can't? You just can't give in because either the pain is still there, firing inside, or you're traumatized that if you will forgive this person, you're just simply giving that chance for this person to just do it again, hurt you again. Like when your heart says forgive, but your brain cells says no way. Or how many of you're just not ready yet? I'm sure at least one of you is. And guys, remember, no judgment. Never even judge yourself for this. And according to Wikipedia, forgiveness in a psychological sense is the intentional and voluntary process by which one who may have felt initially wronged, victimized, harmed, or hurt goes through a process in changing feelings and attitude regarding a given offender for his or her actions, and overcomes the impact of the offense, flaw, or mistake, including negative emotions such as resentment or desire for vengeance. But to some psychology sites, forgiveness is the release of resentment or anger. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. One doesn't have to return to the same relationship or accept the same harmful behaviors from an offender. The hurt or pains in our life comes in different forms. Like if you're a parent and you found out your child lied to you, you can actually just easily forgive. If your partner cheated on you, some forgives, some don't. Some even takes time. But how about those who get abused physically, sexually, and so on? Sometimes they would say victims even feels more empowered when they give themselves permissions not to forgive. That's why from the start, as I said, just one word, but such a challenging word. Because forgiveness is very challenging, especially when the person who wronged you or you felt who wronged you is not sincere of their apologies or nothing at all. But sometimes this actually depends as well, because sometimes when a person is hurt, normally it really has the tendency to feel being the victim and expect someone to say sorry, and that's when most of the time we also forget that you may also have probably hurt the other person, but you're just not aware because you felt that hurt, that pain. And because we are not really aware that the other party is also in pain and in hurt, that's when normally it's also the cause of not getting any apology at all. But most of the times, when we are deeply hurt, or when it's too much, or too much have happened, or even too late for some, we are so focused on what we feel. And that's the pain. And it needs to be processed. Well, we all have wounds, but if we hold on dear to this pain, we pay most dearly. I remember sharing this in one of my posts on Instagram, that forgiveness is not actually for someone else, but for you, for yourself. Some of you here may agree or disagree with me, but based on my own personal and actual experience in life, experiencing all different kind of heartbreaks, heartaches, pains, hurts, betrayals, or whatever it is, all sorts of pain. I never held grudges to people, no matter how big or small. I even try not to hold any of it. That's why I have my peace. I heal fast. Of course, I don't forget, especially the big ones, and when I remember, I'm just human, and it's very normal for me that I would feel that sadness again and again, or that pain again and again, but inside me, I feel peace. I'll just remind myself that, it's done, and it's okay, you're okay now, you pass that, you move on. You cannot expect life to be perfect and happy all the time, because everything is energy. Sometimes it's good, positive energy, sometimes not. Like, when you wake up one day, it's just good energy, all happy thoughts, all happy memories, and one day in a snap, you just remember everything. But, so we just suddenly remember the bad or not so good memories, and it's normal. But think of someone in your life, or even not in your life, that who has been holding grudges or is having a hard time to forgive. Or it could even be probably you. Think if this person is at peace, if they're content with their life. Some, I know, they're unhappy, they're bitter. They have a hard time to move on. I've heard so many stories like it's hard to move on because they cannot forgive people who kept on and continuously hurting them. But you see, forgiveness is never easy. No one says it is. And most of the time, especially when our pride hits us. We see ourselves that if I forgive, that means I'm weak. They will see me as a weak person, therefore, they will keep doing this again and again to me. But they never saw forgiveness is actually for you. It's for you to move forward with your life and focus on your life. Is it possible to still feel mad? Absolutely yes. But is it also possible to forgive but still be hurt? Definitely yes. There are some victims of abuse who becomes volunteers to help other victims like themselves because they found meaning to life. Because some of them, they go through therapy, then they learned how to forgive their perpetrators and found true meaning of life by helping others. Forgiveness isn't about getting to that point where you, hey wait, I'm no longer hurt or mad, so I will forgive you. Totally not. Forgiveness is for you to finally make that forward where you no longer want to waste any more of your energy or attention for this person or this memory, and you just want to attract positivity and to stay peaceful and happy. To forgive is to move on with your life. Thank you for staying with me, and forgive me, I would have to say this again. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you can share your reflections or stories or questions, feel free to connect with me on my Instagram account. That's wondermom.ph, that W with an A. And hope to hear from you also if you feel connected to what I've shared today and want to join me on this journey of growth and discovery. I invite you to subscribe to the Awakened Soul podcast. It's available on Spotify and Apple Podcast and other podcast platforms. Thank you in advance for your support. Truly means a lot to me. And before we wrap up today's episode, let me just share some nice quotes about forgiveness, and let me just summarize them. Forgiveness doesn't change the past, but enlarge the future. I hope some of you can relate to this. And there's one more from Pope John Paul II. Forgiveness is all about personal choice, a decision of the heart to go against natural instinct to pay evil with evil. Like me, I believe in karma. So I just let it be. Like, whatever it is. I'll just let the universe deal with them, and I will just have to move forward for myself and have my peace. Remember, holding a grudge doesn't make you strong. It makes you bitter. Forgiving doesn't make you weak. It sets you free. So I don't want to be bitter. I want my peace. I want my happiness all the time. So think about it. Thank you once again for being a part of this beautiful journey. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and never forget to embrace the magic of gratitude in every moment. This is Tin, your woman in mission, signing off. See you soon.